We now go to Zambia for their market update with Wiggins Mupango, who is of Standard Chartered Bank, and he's the head of Forex trading there at the bank. So maybe let's just take a general overview, Wiggins, of the Forex performance so far this year.
Morning, David, and morning, viewers. So far this year, the kwacha has come under immense pressure. In the first 20 trading days of the year, we have seen the currency depreciate almost 4%. If you recall very well, we opened the year at about 5.180 trading levels. As at close of business yesterday, kwacha was trading as 5.380. This represents about 4% depreciation, and apparently is the lowest the kwacha has touched in the past 12 months. The situation on the ground basically is that we have seen quite large ticket sizes of demand coming through to the market, mainly from the energy sector, the telecoms, and the manufacturing names. And also to a smaller extent, we have seen a bit of some portfolio outflows from offshore names who are exiting government paper on maturities. And this has sort of like caused a huge mismatch on the market, and the currency has responded by trading higher. Normally, the support for the kwacha comes from the mining inflows. But so far, we have not seen much of the inflows, owing to the fact that most of the mining companies are still enjoying VAT refunds at the moment, and the level of local liquidity at the moment in the market is quite high. So because of that, kwacha demand has clearly outplayed supply, and that explains why the kwacha has been trading on the weaker side.
Wiggins, we were talking a little earlier about, Mark Whitten was talking about they are very bullish at his company on global growth in terms of commodities in particular, and of course Zambia is exposed to the mining sector. Any response in your area when these big signals come for global growth and particularly commodities?
Yes, Mark. As I said earlier on, the major chunk of inflows on the Zambian market normally comes from the mining. It actually accounts for more than 70%. And any positive growth on the commodity side will tend to influence the currency positively. The only reason why the mining flows have been a bit scanty at the beginning of the year is, as I've alluded to earlier on, most mines are currently enjoying huge local currency balances, and the level of conversion of dollars in the market is slightly lower. In fact, we have seen the central bank actually coming into the market using the massive reserves which they have and selling dollars on the market. So generally, as commodities go up, especially the copper, we would expect much support to come through for the currency.
What about inflation, and what about the Bank of Zambia's interventions or not?
Okay, currently inflation as at December print, it was at 7.3%, which showed an upward trend, and it was actually above the target of 7%. Now, the general outlook in the market on inflation is that perhaps in the first quarter, we're going to see it coming off a bit due to the fact that, as I alluded to, we are sitting at more than 2 billion kwacha in circulation. Because of the fact that we have a double currency in circulation, you are aware that we rebased our currency just last month, and we still have old currency and the new currency circulating at the same time. This has increased the amount of money in circulation. Under normal conditions, the average liquidity in the market is about 400-500 million, but we're looking at a figure of 2 billion at the moment, which is quite high. And as long as the central bank does not step up measures to sort of like mop up this excess liquidity via OMO, we're going to see inflationary pressures, and there's a chance that it could go up maybe another 25 basis points or so.